Thank you, Honorable Speaker. Maybe, Honorable Speaker, I just begin by telling the Honorable Junaid that the Kenya Kwanza government has no desire, has no plans to enlist the services of goons. Yes. Those who enlist the services of goons and anarchy are well known in this country. And I want to join you to say that the police should and must act fairly, objectively, and in line with the law. And with that, I thank the Honorable Rosa Buyu for having brought us this motion. Not necessarily to discuss the police, but to have an opportunity to have a conversation and a debate on violence and the use of violence as currency for political engagement in this country. Honorable Speaker, we've all been very keen to quote Article 37 of the Constitution on the right to picket and demonstrate. But conveniently, our brothers conveniently leave out a very critical part of that provision in the Constitution, that you have the right to demonstrate and picket peaceably and unarmed. Honorable Speaker, what we have witnessed in this country in the last 7 or so months these are not demonstrations. No picketing. What we have witnessed is sheer anarchy. It is riots. It is anarchy. Honorable Speaker, if you can protect me from the member for Baringo, she will have an opportunity. She can stop contributing. I have a very good brain to be able to make my own contribution. Honorable Speaker, I was saying, it is sheer anarchy. We have witnessed a campaign of people being mobilized into riots, lawlessness, thuggery, robbery at times. We have seen people being robbed in the streets. We have seen shops being looted. We have seen highways, very expensive highways, being destroyed. Newly built roads like ABC Rironi at Kangemi. Honorable Speaker, I saw the other day tires being lit. There is now a pothole in the middle of that highway. Tomorrow, there will be an accident there, and we'll all be crying, oh, why is the ministry not doing this? What about the person who lit a tire to destroy that public infrastructure? I remember last term, when President Uhuru Kenyatta said, as he commissioned the Nairobi-Naivasha Railway, that any person who destroyed public infrastructure, he will not hesitate. In fact, if I quote, he said, haki ya Mungu, nitaweka sahihi anyongwe. I'm not saying anybody, President Ruto should sign for those who destroy the expressway to be hanged or to be executed, but I'm saying we must be responsible as leaders. We are using heavy words today here, and that's why I took great exception to the use of the term genocide by the Honorable Samuel Atandi. We have used words like communities are being targeted. The Luo nation is under siege. It is being targeted. Honorable Speaker, it is true. There have been these violent riots, and I must hesitate from using the word demonstrations because there have not been a single incident of a demonstration or picketing until yesterday. And I must commend a group I saw in Kisii County yesterday, holding vigil, and they peaceably and unarmed. Hopefully it's Irene Mayaka who was leading them. And I want to encourage you, Irene, go back and lead them again to peaceably have a procession peacefully. And they made their point without a single person getting injured, without a single person getting shot, without a single stone having been hurled at any policeman. That is the kind of country we should be building. Honorable Speaker, I dare ask, Honorable Speaker, how much violence is enough?
Honorable Ichungwa, Leader of Majority, do you want to be informed by Honorable Catherine Omai?
She has no capacity, Honorable Speaker. She has no capacity to inform me on anything, on any subject. Honorable Speaker, I was asking, how much violence is enough? How much bloodshed, Honorable Speaker? Honorable Speaker, I believe you will protect me from this unnecessary noise. Honorable Speaker, I was asking, how much violence is enough? How much bloodshed is enough? And I say this because I see a number of you from leaders from Luo Nyanza. And I want to look at you straight in the eye and ask you how much blood, how many liters of blood is enough? How many body count, how much body count do you want us to count for us to say enough is enough? Honorable Speaker, the mover of this motion Honorable Speaker, I am posing...
Honorable Otiende, what is out of order?
Thank you, Madam Chair. Madam Chair, I think the Leader of Majority was progressing quite well, even though the motion is about police conduct, but he's made it political, but that is discretion. But is it in order for the Leader of Majority to now single community and talk of blood as if he's imputing that the Luo community have spilled blood, when it is actually the Luo community who are bearing the brunt of all violence in this country in every year? Could he please withdraw that statement?
Honorable Speaker, if you can protect me from Rosa Buyu, Honorable Speaker, or can you, Honorable Speaker, can you allow Honorable Rosa Buyu,
Honorable members,
to say what she's saying on record so that she
members,
stop shouting?
we shall not address members across the aisle. If you need to catch the speaker's eye, you know what to do. Honorable Rosa Buyu, Honorable Millie Odhiambo, do not shout across the floor.
Honorable Speaker.
You are out of order.
Honorable Speaker, you know, I have tremendous respect for Senior Counsel Otiende Amolo because he listens and responds as we should do in a debating chamber, not shouting. And I must clarify to Honorable Otiende Amolo, I was speaking to the leadership from Luo Nyanza. And I was asking, we must come to a time now when we say enough is enough. That we cannot continue mobilizing people for riots in the name of Article 37 of the Constitution. Then we cry foul. Honorable Speaker,
Honorable,
last week,
order, majority.
will I have time?
Honorable,
I hope you will add my time.
Honorable Ward Chief, what is out of order?
Madam Speaker, in this House, I hardly interrupt people. But some positions need to be respected. Know what you are saying, how you are saying it, and to who. This thing is not about Luos. Is it in order to say what in saying and profiling Luo here, and on the same vein, you are sending Atandia out? Must he not also be subjected to the same standard? Shame.
Honorable Speaker, some of these things are not necessary to respond to because if someone keenly listens to what I'm speaking to, they will get my point.
Other members, I really will actually engage and indulge us to actually just observe decorum because I have had an Honorable Otiende Amolo, you can confirm that this came from this side of my left initially. But I would request honorable members that we observe our standing orders, don't cast aspersion to leaders, and do not get out of topic. Honorable Majority Leader.
Thank you, Honorable Speaker, for bringing order back to the House, because I was saying anyone who's keenly listening to what I'm saying, I was responding to the calls or the use of the terms like genocide, like targeting of communities.
We already ruled on that, Majority Leader.
And that is what, Honorable Speaker, I was responding to.
Yeah.
So those who are getting what I'm not saying, and Honorable Speaker, I was saying, as leaders, whether from Kiambu, whether from Luo Nyanza, we must now begin taking responsibility. I like what Honorable Sarah Korere said, that you can indeed lead your people in a demonstration, peaceably and unarmed. Honorable Speaker, last week, in Kangemi, there were people firing gunshots at the police. Honorable Speaker, in Mlolongo, in Kitengela, there was use of firearms by people who are not policemen. Honorable Speaker, we have used heavy terms like militia. And I remember when KJ, Honorable Speaker, can you protect me? Because there are only 3 members, Honorable Speaker, you have capacity to protect me.
Other members, we have done very well until this point. So let us not shout across the floor. If you want to put an intervention, you know what to do, honorable members.
You know, Honorable Speaker, I have been here long enough to know these tactics.
What is out of order?
Information. What about it? He's also making allegations against the public without substantiation.
Other members, you know I have listened to all of you. These allegations have come from both sides of the house. I have had people who say they were shot from the back, others from the front, others the police were shot. So if we are going to make progress, honorable members, let us be keen on what we present. Honorable Ichungwa,
Honorable Speaker, you know I never stand here to say careless things. There was a report, Honorable Speaker, that was released the day before yesterday by the Ministry of Interior that is in public record that 158 police vehicles have been destroyed, 305 officers injured, 1 policeman killed. Honorable Speaker, when I said there was fire towards the police in Kangemi, indeed, I happened to be in the vicinity that day, attending a funeral, Honorable Speaker, in a church. And the Honorable KJ, because I was with the Honorable KJ, he can tell you, as we waited, policemen had to take cover because there were gunshots coming from the crowd. Honorable Speaker, when the Honorable Pio and I was challenged on the use of the word militia, I want to state that it is indeed true. There has been a militia that has been used in these riots that have purported to be demonstrations. Honorable Speaker, you saw even our mainstream media houses cover incidences in Kitengela where members of the public were alluding to the fact that all the people who were purportedly demonstrating in Kitengela were outsiders who were ferried into Kitengela using public service vehicles.
Order, members.
And you must add me time, Honorable Speaker.
Order, members. I know so many of us want to speak, and I want to confirm we have a lot of time for everyone to speak. We have an hour and a half to go. So we will speak. So we will give the majority leader to wind up, because your time is up, majority
Honorable
leader.
Speaker, you will add me the time that I have been disrupted. And I had time, 3 minutes, 20 seconds. Honorable Speaker, I was saying, if you listen to the people in Kitengela, saying that people were brought in to Kitengela in the morning, the violence that was meted out in Mlolongo was never by the people of Mlolongo or Mavoko, but it's outsiders who were brought in. Honorable Speaker, when you speak about militia, we know the militia and criminal gangs that have been used politically in this country since time immemorial. You know who dons the Mungiki sect and Mungiki militia. You
Mr.
know
Speaker,
who works with
my
them.
point of order is this.
Order.
You know who...
Well, my point of order is this, Mr. Speaker.
Order. What is out of order, Honorable Junet?
Madam Speaker, my point of order is this, with a tremendous respect to the majority leader. Madam Speaker, he's alluding to here that there were people who